What is your biggest regret from high school? Being too shy. I am sure the mentality that everyone hated me wasn't very good for making friends. I second this. My teenage mind was phenomenal in the art of convincing myself that everyone had malicious intent towards me while, in reality, they did not give a duck. You will not miss any friends if you do not make them. There will be plenty of time to brood alone throughout life. Do not waste that time doing it too. During high school I was actually regretting not doing fun stuff in middle school. Then I realized regretting is silly and I should avoid it whenever possible. Not cherishing the fun times enough. Definitely agree. I'm in high school right now and it is not fun at all. When an adult says this is the best time of your life, what they mean is don't spend every moment thinking about how everything sucks. Yes, being a teen is shitty. Raging hormones. The hellscape that is high school and social media make teens crazy. I totally understand the mentality many teens have of everything sucks. But you also don't get those years back. You can go back and redo high school or college. You can only move forward. So when an adult tells you this is the best time of your life, just know they re not intentionally lying. They re trying in a very shitty way to get you to understand you should try to enjoy those years as much as possible. Because they don't come back. You don't want those regrets. You lines never get another prom after high school. Those days hanging out with your friends will go away once everyone splits for college. Once high school ends, that's it. All that shit is over forever. So no, it isn't the best years of your life. That's bullshit. Still, you should try to make the most of it so you don't end up with regrets. Because you can't ever go back. And quite frankly, that doesn't just apply to high school, college, early adulthood. If you have kids, when they are young and little, you never get any of that time back. I can't go back to when my daughter was just an adorable baby. I can't redo her first birthday or her first Christmas. So instead, just try to make the most of it when it's there. Spent way too much time with shitty people because I thought they were cool. Thinking people are better than me. This made me feel distant. I did not care to try and socialize with them. Honestly, the shittiest mindset ever. Insecurity sucks. Man, I feel like this now about my friends. We are in the same field, but I always feel vastly inferior. Makes me really quiet sometimes. How can I get out? Do not compare yourself to them. What makes more sense? Looking back to where you started and appreciate how far you have come. Or look at where you are right now and compare it to someone who've had a whole different journey than you. I got a letter in the mail. Yes, I'm that old, from a girl confessing her crush on me, but she just signed it S and I never found out who it was. I was painfully shy and felt very unattractive and would have loved to know who it was. It did make me feel that yes, perhaps I'm not as bad as I thought. Maybe the S might have stood for sister. Obligatory Sweet Home Alabama. Banjo plays in the distance. Never asked her out. She has moved to another country now. Something I have found in life is that there is not a limit on love. Loving one person does not make it less likely you will love another. Cat fighting with another girl over a guy we both liked. I bear up the other girl, but then the guy asked her to the school dance because he felt sorry for her. I feel like such a fool. I can never wash off the cringe. Why though? There's a million other guys better. Dropping out. I'm not sure how it could have gone differently, but I do wish it had. It was expensive to upgrade all that education to get into post-secondary, and I also missed out on a lot of social things. Wasting my entire senior year dating Jenny, Duck Jenny, he was, and says it was a waste. That I didn't cold cock my bully straight in his jaw. All the schools I attended had zero tolerance policies, meaning that if someone hit you first and you hit them back in defense, both of you get suspension time. The instigator might get more suspension time if you are lucky. Yet, the majority of the time, both the instigator and the victim get equal punishment, and if administration was feeling particularly power hungry, even UN involved witnesses would get punished for not immediately reporting the altercation to admin. I once heard that a bully falsely claimed the victim had retaliated, and admin accepted it with no questions. giving the victim a week's suspension, knowing that I would have gotten punished whether or not I started the fight. I wish younger me had instigated fights with my bullies. I probably would have been picked on a lot less if I had a reputation for outright beating my bullies. The victim did not even have to fight back at all. Both parties always got in trouble. I remember arguing about it and a teacher telling me it takes two to tango. I mean, at this point, duck the bully up. You are gonna get punished either way. I was told I had received a full ride scholarship, so I stopped putting in any effort on other scholarships. When the time came, it wound up being awarded to someone who applied late, got it due to their family's income level, and then dropped out of college after 1 month. My first 2 years of college were a financial nightmare as I had to pay my own way on everything except rent, as I lived at home and commuted across state lines for work and college. If I had 50 at the end of the month, that was a damn good month. I could not get student loans and my parents refused to help, so I had worked out a deal with the financial office at college to pay something like $550 a month, which was about 90% of my income. I regret not confronting whoever made that decision about the scholarship. I somewhat regret not putting an effort to get other scholarships at the same time, but I cannot blame myself for it either. I was already pretty cynical at that point. But that was when I realized just how quickly your back becomes an offer block for someone else's optics. Was this a sports related scholarship? I have heard this kind of story from a few friends over the years. They love their sport and are good at it, so they get offered a full ride for first 2 years at a college university wanting to recruit them to their team. They get to focus more on their sport since they do not have to apply to multiple colleges and scholarships. Then, last minute, someone with a lower income family, sometimes worse at the sport than my friend, gets the spot instead. No warning that the scholarship was even up for grabs by other candidates. Usually they were told they secured the scholarship years before graduating high school and only had to maintain their GPA, only for that bomb to drop and royally duck them over. No, this was not sports related. One of the nearby colleges offered one full ride merit-based scholarship to a single student from all nearby high schools. It was supposed to be merit, but it turned into financial optics. I was told I got it in 11th grade by our guidance counselor, and that I would be accepting it during commencement ceremonies the following year. That's how I found out I did not get it too. They called out someone else's name and we both stood up. The guidance counselor acted like it was just a little oopsie and went about her day like it was nothing. I later found out that there was bad blood between her and my mother from previous employment, so I always suspected she had some hand in it. Gotta love it. That's incredibly ducked up. I'm sorry you were forced to learn you had not been selected as you were graduating. Hope you reported that shitty guidance counselor to administration and the school board. No one should be allowed to go scot-free after setting a student up for failure. Choosing a shitty high school with shitty friends and shitty teachers. Ouch. Hope that you are in a better position now. I certainly am right now. Thanks. Not asking my crush out. She was beautiful. I asked mine out. She was truly stunning. We had one boring date and then she ghosted me. I used to daydream about going back one day and burning it to the ground, but it has just been demolished by land developers. So I guess that dream's dead. Just go find one of the workmen on the team and go high five them or put them on fire. No, but that's the reverse effect. If someone were to set them on fire, then you would set that person on fire. Never dated in high school, so no confidence or self-esteem built up. I asked out 5 girls. They all said no, so my mindset was why ask out girl 6 when she is gonna say no like the last 5. Then I stopped asking out girls. Time to start back up the game. As much as it sucks, is to ask until someone says yes. That's not the game at all. Dating isn't a shotgun blast hoping around sticks. It's a handgun having the confidence to aim. I know. Been through it. I'm just saying that accepting rejection is part of the process. As nerve-wracking as it is, in the end we only have to succeed and click with someone once. Bullying someone. I hope you became super successful. As someone who was bullied constantly, I respect you for growing in character. A lot of people will jump down your throat for it. but it is so nice to see someone who has grown up, learned a lesson, and changed for the better. Your past no longer matters. It is the steps you take daily that do. I hope you are both doing good. I pushed all my friends away because I did not think I deserved their love. Background info: when I was 8, my female cousin took my virginity, raped, seduced me. I kept quiet about it until I began high school, and since my parents did not believe me, I simply did not think I deserved any support. Anyone who rapes kids are terrible. My mother died right as I started my junior year in high school. Everyone praised me for how well I handled it, which eventually led me to putting myself on a pedestal for how mature I was. Got a slap in the face when I started my first job at 18. The store manager, who was eventually fired, was a bitch and really should not have acted the way she did, but it was the slap in the face I needed to get me out of that mentality. I wish I had skipped class more, only did so a few times. My friend always invited me. I always think about all the fun times I probably missed, and my grades were shit anyways. A break would not have made them any worse. Trying to be cool, and also pretending that getting good grades and being smart wasn't cool. Like duck. I talked to only a handful of people I graduated with, so why did I try so hard to be cool? Not coming out to my crush, who also happened to be gay. I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them. Andy Bernard. For real. All the cliches about youth being wasted on the young are true. I miss my teacher. Wish I had more conversations with him. Not being social, pushing people away. Same. Also, being way too into the boys in my relationship of the month versus cultivating friendships and a social group. I had a rough childhood and went absolutely nuts over romantic attention. I see that now. Acting like a clown, annoying everyone to the point where no one really stayed in contact with me after, and taking my precious little charter school for granted. Dating my best friend. To be fair, that's how I found out a lot of people were not really my friends, but getting ghosted afterwards really hurt. Being a social piranha. Not to bone apple to you, but did you mean social pariah? Social piranha sounds bad as though. LOL. It was a quote from a show. Thanks though. Do you suffer from cockney neck? I should have taken literature. I wanted to take English 12 and lit, but my teacher convinced me to pick only one, thinking I couldn't have handled it. But my reading improved suddenly and dramatically between grades 8 and 11, and more so for 12. I think I could have really enjoyed it. I should have taken drama too, but lacked interest at the time. Also, I should have kicked my bully's butt. Not standing up for myself more. The amount of shit I got from teachers and other students, I wish I could have gone back and asked what their problems with me were. I took my crush to Daft Punk Alive 2007 instead of my best friend. She was not responding all day, and I was with my friend. We were about to leave when she called. She would been with her boyfriend all day and had forgotten about the concert. I took her. My buddy was disappointed, but cool about it. She got tired of being on the floor halfway through, so we sat in the bleachers. We started walking out before the encore because she wanted to get home sooner. Always wanted to take my buddy to a Daft Punk show after that, and was going to, no matter where or how much it cost. But I will never get the chance. Damn, as a huge electronic music fan who just got into things around 2008. This one really sucks. I would have killed to go to that to laughing. Caring too much for grades. Duck that. Yes, I got almost perfect grades. But to be honest, I could have cared way less. Still gotten quite good grades and had lots more fun along the way. No need to stress that much. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.